All right. What's going on, all my gamers, all my VTuber gamers? So, there is this Pippa clip, actually. It's not a video, it's a clip of Pippa saying the problem with male VTubers. Well, it's called the problem with male VTubers. It's not really Pippa saying that. But I want to know what this is about, right? I never really disagree with Pippa. I love Pippa. I think she's really funny. This is more of, I want to know her insight, right? I want to know how she's feeling, what she's going to talk about, right? Because, Pippa, I don't think she just hates male VTubers, right? There's no way. So let's hear this.
Thank you. I honestly feel sad about the stigma and reactions to male VTubers. I watch both male and female creators like Asmongold / you. I guess I don't get the hate.
How do I say this? I guess I'm kind of also not helping. Is that the word? I'm not much of a male VTuber enjoyer myself. The only time I would watch male VTubers is if they're my friend. I don't really go out looking for them. I'm mostly a idle top VTuber kind of guy. Like, shout out to Saba Pippa, who just reached 1 million subs. Right? I will usually watch the top girls. They're usually my favorite. who are like my favorite VTubers right now. Saba, of course, Hololive Girls, the Foxus, Kitsu, Kirshe, a lot of React girls I'm a big fan of. I don't really watch male VTubers, and I don't have any friends, so it's I don't really watch any.
I'm gonna get into hot water for this, but I feel like the problem with a lot of male VTubers is the same problem with male musicians. It's not exclusively a male VTuber thing. It's just a male micro celebrity issue in general. Where a lot of guys, when they get any sort of power, not any sort of power, I shouldn't say it like that, because men in business don't have this issue as much, and women do also experience this, but I would say to a weaker extent in the entertainment industry. I think the entertainment industry brings out people that really like attention. Okay? And the people that really like attention, if they're getting attention paired with authority for the first time in their lives, it can be a sort of tantalizing evil.
Okay. Wait, what does that mean?
Just be blunt. Okay, people in the entertainment industry have really bad egos. I would say a little over half of the time. I would say a bit over half of the people that are content creators are egomaniacal. Because
okay, so more of an ego problem. That's not where I thought she was going to go, right? I kind of I think I would agree to some point, especially for streamers. I can't imagine it's that, or maybe it would be that bad for YouTubers, because for streamers, you're kind of fighting for a limited amount of viewers, right? Even though it is oversaturated, right? Streaming is oversaturated, but things like that is the more streamers there are, the more viewers there are, possibly. So it's not like you're ever gonna run out of viewers. Does that make sense? There's gonna be probably the double amount of viewers to streamers. But for streamers, you kind of need to get as many as you can get. So I can kind of see where the ego would come from. You start egoing people, dono-walling people. How does this person advance my career? We kind of saw it with Cinder, right? And Cinder, the problem with Cinder isn't that she's the only one. It's the fact that she's not the only one. She's the only one to that extreme, mind you. I will give you that. But there are hundreds and possibly thousands of Cinders out there, backstabbing their friends and trying to get ahead of the game, because that is the name of the game, especially if you're a streamer. So I agree. I mean, hey, not me, chat, not me, right? Because the streets raised me. I am first and foremost for the streets. My hood always had my back, so I have to have their back. Always remember where you come from, you know what I'm saying?
especially the people that make it to the top, right? The people that make it to the top, a lot of the time they make it to the.
What are the top male VTubers? Is it weird that I don't know any? Kuro, I guess. Shoto, Kenji, that boy Kenji. How did I forget about Kenji, bro? I'm such a huge fan of Kenji. I even picked up some mannerisms from Kenji, the or the heard you. Kenji is amazing. I love Kenji. I will freely say that I bite some stuff off of Kenji because Kenji is so funny.
The top because they're not afraid to make a few omelets, you know, to crack a few eggs. They're not afraid to.
We're making the mother of all omelets here, Jack. You can't. Wait, what was it? Oh my God, how did I forget that? I used to say it all the time. We're making a mother of all omelets, Jack. You can't fret over every egg.
Use and abuse people, and so. A lot of male VTubers, like, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna be blunt. This is how I feel. Maybe this isn't objective reality, but how I feel in the situation is a lot of male VTubers get to where they are.
Making the mother of all omelets here, Jack.
Take advantage of that.
Okay, wait, one more time?
Gonna be blunt. This is how I feel. Maybe this isn't objective reality, but how I feel in the situation is a lot of male VTubers get to where they are and take advantage of that.
I could see that, yeah. But it's like, oh God, how do I say this without sounding weird and sounding like I would do the same? When you work to get to the top, you kind of want to reap the benefits, right? Like, especially if you're someone who has been grinding nonstop without having time to look at what's around you or like enjoy the little things. You kind of start enjoying the big things a little too much. And then you just it kind of gets out of hand. Does that make sense? Like when you give, if you give a billionaire $1 million, he's probably going to save it or invest in it. You give like someone who's never had $1 million, he's probably going to start buying a bunch of things. Like have you ever heard the story of Shaq when he got his first $1 million, how he spent it in a day? This is the only way that I can kind of explain it. I hope this makes sense, and I hope y'all are kind of like, you guys kind of feel me. You know what I'm saying?
They tend to take advantage of it in a not so nice way. They tend to be weird, and I'm saying this like from experience. Not every male VTuber, but a lot of them, unfortunately. A lot of male VTubers, and this is why I don't do male collabs very much anymore. Like it's not that I'll never do a male collab.
Right.
It's just that a lot of people are weird, you know? A lot of male VTubers, I don't know, they're perverts. And women don't. It's not
okay, that way. How do I say this, chat? I'm trying to find the right words to put this that isn't weird, right? Oh God, how do I say this, chat? Okay, is there no more groupies anymore? Is that a thing? Is that just not something that people have anymore? We're all just because it's a micro internet celebrity, they can't have groupies? I'm asking this as someone who grew up with hip hop, you know. That's all they rap about, that's all they talk about, chat, being in the club 10 dudes deep with 20 girls around you. Is that not a thing anymore or something? I don't understand. Just because it's streaming they can't have it? That's my question, right? This is the only, like, I'm not excusing them because some of them get really, really weird, like those people who are harassing Twisty. That's not okay. That is absolutely not okay. But like, you know, if your viewer wants to hang out you know what I'm saying, chat? Okay, you know what? This is making me sense. You know what? Whatever. I mean, I probably wouldn't do it right now because I'm alone. You know, I'm a very lonely person. But, man, it's kind of weird, right? I'm trying to, like, figure out how to, like, explain this without sounding too weird. Whatever, let's just keep playing the video.
To say that women don't. It's just that it's less common, I would say, in the industry.
Okay.
It's all the go 5 male VTubers. I don't know. And I'm not just talking like people that I've interacted. There have been plenty of male VTubers that I've interacted with that have been great. They have just been complete gems and have never been weird at all, okay? They have been perfectly normal people, all right?
I mean, I've kind of gotten used to interact because I mostly spend a lot of my times with girls, right? It's not just because I want to have nothing but bad bitches around me, right? That's not it. It's just like most of my friends are female VTubers. Because when you're a VTuber, you're kind of surrounded by female VTubers. This is a female dominated space, right? Look at the shit. Shout out to Zentrea, because she just was named, was it June's top female streamer? I believe it was Zentrea. And obviously, chat, obviously the queen is back, right? Saba had 1 million subs after 3 streams in less than a week since her debut. You know what I'm saying, chat? You understand? So I am usually surrounded a lot by girls. Not like that, mostly just because, they're females and they just kind of treat me like anybody else. I treat them like anybody else. I flame them. I call them mean words. I'll treat them like the boys because they are the boys to me because there's no other boys. Does that make sense?
But the ones that spoil it, really spoil it for the bunch.
Yeah.
Owie love. Yeah, like Owie is great. My VTuber brother, Owie, he's great. It's just something about the entertainment industry, I feel like.
I think so.
It brings out a lot of bad people in general. And women are bad as well, right? It's just they're not as often.
I think it's just because when you have like access to whatever you want, you want to indulge in whatever you want. Is that's probably it.
Like sex pesty and stuff. She saw behind the curtain. Unfortunately, I have seen behind the curtain a bit too much in some areas. Women do it just in a different way.
I'm sorry.
I feel like with female VTubers, you do see it as well, but it is.
I have definitely seen female VTubers being weird. I have been hit on by a lot of female VTubers. Apparently, they like my voice. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I didn't say it. They said it to me. So, yeah, female VTubers can be very forward. Let's say that. They can be very forward. I'm very flattered every time they do it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to. I already said probably too much.
I don't think this is too
bad. I don't want it to be like, oh man, all men are weird. All men are gross. I hate male VTubers. I don't hate male VTubers.
She hates me, chat. Man, I ain't even did nothing, bruh. Man, I ain't even did nothing.
I'm a big fan of Vesper. I've never talked to Vesper.
Who the hell is that?
He seems fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I don't think all men are bad. Okay, let's be 100% clear. I don't even think most men are bad. It's just a lot of male VTubers. Okay, kid.
That wasn't terrible. That wasn't the worst thing I've heard. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? How do I'm not going to get offended by something like this, right? Especially not as a male VTuber myself. I think she has a good point, right? And like she said, this is mostly a entertainment thing, right? So, God, it's hard to talk about, I think, because I can't really, I don't want to say it's a case-by-case basis, but it's definitely not a case-by-case basis. Chat, like I said, people be having groupies and people be enjoying their groupies. That's all I really know. Chat, let me know how you guys feel about male VTubers. You watch male VTubers? Of course, I'm a male VTuber myself. But chat, let me know how you guys feel. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you gamers in the next one. Bye.